right, so this is gonna be part number 3. Now that we got the CAN bus wired in, as you can see, there's a lot of wires, but everything's all cleaned up, zip tied together. This one's gonna go to the switches in the center console, for the windows, that kind of stuff. You wanna make sure you route all your wires underneath the parking brake, so that way nothing gets rubbed on or split through. So the CAN bus is all wired up and cleaned up and everything. So then we have this little plug. This is for your shifter. Very simple. Literally plugs right on in. Click. Push the little red tab forward. Your double clicks. Okay. That's it for the shifter. So we'll zip tie that wire up here in a minute. Then next part is we are going to plug the USB connector into this, and that's what I'm going to do, and I am going to run it up and around into the dash so I can access it later, so that way when I need to, or if I need to ever change anything, I can easily do it from the convenience of my driver's seat. So also be running the power wires. I got those all wrapped up, cleaned up, so that way everything's not exposed. Then wrap those around. So next part is getting the positive, the negative, and the ground set up, and the parking brake switch, or not parking brake switch, I'm sorry, the brake switch, and also the reverse lamps. So that's all we got left to wire up. All right, so you can see back here, this is where we're gonna start wiring up the brake switch. You can see the white piece way back up here, right here. This is what your brake pedal attaches to. This is where your brake switch is. There is a gray plug that plugs into it, which is right here. Okay, it's kind of difficult to get in here because it's tight, but what we're going to do is we are going to tap in, not splice or cut, but tap in to this connector. So the connector we're going to do is for the brake lamp input, which is going to be the number 6 on this. It's kind of hard to see, but there is numbers lined out above where my thumb is. Down at the bottom is 1 going up to 6. This wire is going to be a white with light tan line on it, and we are going to tap into it. So we're going to strip back the insulation a little bit, solder the connection, and wrap it up. So that's the next step. After that, we will be doing the reverse lamp input. So yeah, so let's begin with that procedure. All right, so got the wire all spliced, cleaned up. So now what we do is plug the brake switch back in and move on to doing the reverse light. I went ahead and I extended it because of where I'm tapping in at. Damn focus, there we go. That's what I get for using a cell phone for videos. But now I don't have obviously a pink with red wire, so I'm just using a red wire. And now we're gonna tap into the reverse. Got the paneling off. And what we're gonna be doing is going through this wiring harness, and we're gonna be looking for the white with gray stripe on it. And I'm gonna double test that line to make sure my reverse lights work off that. And then we're gonna tap into it, not cut, tap into it. That way we have reverse lights. All right, so I wanna show you guys something too, a neat little how-to tip. So this is a power probe. This thing is amazing. If you, they're worth the investment. They are a little on the pricey side, around $100 to $200 depending on the model. But what's really cool is it has massive amount of leads, so you can work anywhere on the vehicle when doing electrical. But what we're looking for, as you can see down here, I found my gray with white, or my white with gray, okay? And this is what's really cool, is once I probe it, you hear it? It's letting me know I got good continuity, okay? Now, check it out. I could apply power. There's my reverse light wires. Is that cool or what? Power probe, man. So my batteries aren't even hooked up to the Jeep, okay? Just a ground. Isn't that cool? So, well worth the money of getting a power probe. So, all right, just wanted to let everybody know that. worth every freaking weight in gold, man. They're hands down. So just a little tip to throw in there. So anyhow, so that was just confirming the white, okay, with a gray stripe. You can see where my little indentation was of probing it. So like I said, I do have a full wiring diagram for this 08 Wrangler for every single thing you can imagine. It's what the dealerships use. Difference is mine's a book, theirs is online. So, so now we're gonna go ahead and splice into this, and the last 3 things we gotta hook up after that is ground, power, and accessory. All right, so got the splice all cleaned up. I shouldn't say splice, but tapped in. Did not cut the wire, we tapped in. So just strip the insulation back, solder it in, wrap it up. So anyhow, so this is it for part 3. Part 4 is gonna be the last part, which is going to include doing the wiring. I just had everything, like I said, had everything wrapped up. These are the extensions, so that way I could plumb it in to ground, ignition, and full power. So, and that'll be it for the transmission on the wiring. And this is for the 2008 Jeep Wrangler. So yeah, it's a mess right now. It's all my lighting controls, all that crap for my undercarriage lighting, and so forth. So, thanks for joining.